Hello, everybody. Hey, hope you're all doing well. It's Friday. It's not even evening yet. But I'm going to go live and see what's going on. We got a lot of stuff happening in the unseen anyway. I keep expecting it to happen in the 3D, but honestly, I don't know that it will. I mean, I think we just might go bloop, bloop, and then be somewhere else. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Hello, everybody. Planetary circumstance. What's happening for we, the people? Spirit, what's going on? Please. There's great separation. Apparently, I heard the curator of human soul talking earlier about his people going to Satan's realm or whatever. And they're really upset about it, but apparently they're being told that that's who they served, so there really wasn't anything that they could do about it because everybody aligned with specific energies and I guess ideologies, and so we are all winding or being magnetized to those frequencies, I guess is the best way to put it. And now that that's actually happening, I guess some people are upset about the frequency or whatever it is that they decided to do. So the separation is happening. Hello, everyone. In the unseen anyway. And I imagine here in the 3D, it'll just go bloop, bloop. Because yesterday there was like the machines and the people were all gonna shut off and then turn back on. So I don't know. Let's see how it goes today. Let's see what's happening. Major shifts, major shifts. In the central energy, 6 of Swords. Better days are coming, you see. Visions are for you and me. Elevate your soul. So you're sailing out of the rain and you're moving towards sunny skies. There could be some kind of a relief. Now, yeah, it is here. Okay, because like just a little while ago, oh man, I was making some homemade ice cream. Super simple. And all of a sudden, there was a shift in the mental, a slight adjustment. And then there was like this spewing of this anger, right? And I'm like, whoa, that was weird. I mean, stuff like, kind of anger, you know? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow. And then it fades and I'm like, geez, well, at least, you know, the channeling of this kind of anger, you know? Because I'm just there 1 minute making ice cream and I'm happy. And the next minute, It's just like boom and then flood. So it was like there was a wizard or a sorcerer or whatever out there that broke through whatever my crown protection is. Because as I'm sitting here, prior to starting this video, I could feel like a kind of like a poo, and I'm like, oh, they're attacking the crown. So of course I had to do some work with that. And then I thought, well, I'll just come on here and we will get a read on what is happening here. Looks like better days are coming, you see. Relieve some kind of a transition. Challenge position. Somebody is, they're in regret, they're disappointed. They could be, they failed and they're feeling like a victim. Like I said at the beginning of the video, they failed in whatever this endeavor was, whatever they aligned with, and in this conflict, and now they're feeling like a victim because you're leaving. You're not fighting with them. It's like, you're just kind of taking your stuff and you're leaving. It's like, wow, I don't want to fight with you. I'm just going to leave. And they're upset about it. In the subconscious, so we got King of Swords. Yes, mental clarity. So, and we've got the strength. So strong mental clarity, authority. He knows what's going on. He's probably very compassionate here regarding the stability. Ace of Pentacles. And as I was sitting there, recognizing that I was under attack with the crown, I was sitting here, and then I channeled this little light of mine. What we're going to do is we're not going to get on here and make this all about religion in the chat, okay? In the recent past, King of Cups, intentions and expectations, Nine of Wands. It's time to heal. Battle worn. It's time to heal. He could be like standing there getting ready to beat somebody in the head. There might be an injury he's loving in the near future. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a positive change coming. We're not going to drop names. We're not going to talk about religion, and we're not going to argue with anybody, okay? Let's be nice. And lens is being looked through. We got a new job. You could be very ambitious about it. You got a new opportunity here. There's some kind of recovery in the environment. Hi, everyone. In the environment. Queen of Pentacles. Very grounded. You might have some business ideas. Self-employment. The lens is being looked through. Self-employment. And we got Queen business ideas. So you may have some kind of a business idea. In hopes and fears. We got Judgment in the reverse. Ignored the calling. There might be doubt. And the outgoing energy, 7 of Pentacles. Your hard work is paying off. Whoop, 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 whoop. 4 of Swords. Yeah. Recuperation. Or it could very well be that somebody is being laid to rest in a tower because of the truth that has been revealed. Or something is being laid to rest. Something is coming to an end. It's time to recuperate something. Your recuperation of whatever belongs to you is causing a tower to somebody. We got the truth. Ace of Swords is got somebody stuck at a crossroads at the turn of the wheel. Could be being released. Yeah, from the Empress and the High Priestess standing up for themselves. Divine Feminine is like, enough is enough is enough is enough. Enough is enough is enough. And she's got the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and they've got the King of Pentacles here as well. So all the kings are here with the Empress and the High Priestess. The Empress could be a High Priestess. Take it as it resonates. And we've got, 10 of Cups and Celebration, 3 of Cups, and the Hierophant is here, the Sun. Yep. Oh, but the devil wants to come in with a romantic offer in order to get a new beginning. So you got to watch out for that. Watch out for that devil wanting to come in with a romantic offer, trying to get a new beginning. We got, yeah, and that's exactly what we got. We got that their research is bringing an end to that business and death. So the devil coming in, trying to get in here is gonna, that's over. Though there's gonna be death. Coming into the family, the inheritance here, and they're not gonna touch it. Faith, healing, connected to Source. 6 of Swords, better days are coming. Moving on, releasing the baggage. Leaving the rainy days, coming into the brighter days. Your home is protected. Ooh, there could be some kind of relief coming in. Yeah, so you get to leave because you have no strings. They abandoned you. Whoever you were in contract with in the previous chapter, they abandoned you. They didn't want any strings with you, so you're leaving. You're like, all right. Better days are coming for you. You don't have no obligations. Maybe you don't have any children. Maybe nobody claimed you. They just used you. 5 of Cups, regret. Focusing on their failure. They're feeling like a victim now. They didn't want you. Fine. Fine. They didn't want the Empress High Priestess. Fine. We're out of here. Because God loves the Empress High Priestess. So, they're in regret. They failed. They're feeling like a victim. You're a beloved child of the Celestial Father. These ones didn't want any strings with you, so he took you back. King of Swords is here. He's got mental clarity. He's an authority here, looking at your inner strength, your compassion. There could be a business opportunity, like maybe he's a strong, compassionate, well, let's see, what's this card say? Might be offering you a business opportunity. Oh, shit. Side hustle. So there's new abundance and stability. We've got a side hustle. Now, Uber Eats, whatever that is. The King of Swords is he's got mental clarity regarding your strength, the strength of the lion, the daughter here. There is new abundance coming and stability. Because of a side hustle, maybe it's because of the side hustle that these ones were doing to you. They were siphoning your energy. They didn't want any strings. They were just siphoning your energy. So God took you back. He's like, all right, well, that's enough of that shit. King of Cups is in the recent past. Money is coming. Twin flame. King of Cups, recent past, twin flame. Could be your king. Nine of Wands. Time to heal. Battle worn. It's been a rough couple of years, I'll tell you. Several centuries. Running. Somebody's running. You're being defensive. The twin flames are being defensive. They're defending their territory. Somebody's running. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. The debt has been paid. Positive changes are coming. Blocked. Somebody's blocked. Blocked calls. There's relief coming. Spam calls and text are being blocked. Eight of Pentacles, you could be starting a new job. Maybe you might be working for yourself. You might be practicing something, putting in practices. You had to. You side hustle. Somebody do a side hustle in your energy. You had to clean it up, purify it, alchemize it. You probably had to do it on a regular basis because Mr. No Strings was always coming in doing some crazy shit. Messing around. Side hustling nasty. Hello, everybody. I'm doing real well. Real well. Rejected. Ambition. Practice. Ambition. What is this? We're going to definitely need more clarification because we got this and this. What's this? So we got man, we need to figure out what's going on. Blocked, spam calls, positive change, and we've got, what is this? You're working for yourself, a new job. Your new job could be to reject the side hustler. Your new business, you may be psychically skilled. You may be able to tell who's going to come in and side hustle. Queen of Pentacles here. Maybe a new job that you have to check out applicants and histories maybe. Free. Queen of Pentacles is free. Moving on. Judgment isn't, I mean, it could be no judgment. Like there's no judgment. She's like, whatever. There's somebody ignored the calling. Somebody doesn't have awareness. She's leaving it behind. No judgment. People don't have awareness. She's leaving. She's out of there. She's like, no judgment, but I'm out of here. Somebody's effed up over you. Those with no self-awareness. Those who ignored the calling. Those who decided that they were going to make you carry they were going to side hustle you forever. They're messed up over you now. They ignored the calling. They can't take care of themselves. You're out of here. You're leaving. Seven of Pentacles. Your hard work is paying off. You've experienced growth and its results. You're rejecting the side hustler. Those who ignored the calling. Those who didn't add any value to their soul. They're losing sleep. Your hard work is paying off. Somebody's replaying events, thinking about you, spying on you from secret accounts. They see that you've learned your karmic lesson and yet you're turning your back on them. And they're drinking to cope because they're stuck in a romance with Jezebel, or they chose Jezebel, and they have bad credit with the queen bee who loves herself and is getting her wish because the trickster, jackass, sex addict was casting all these illusions about whatever the hell they were doing with her energy. So it's too late for them to capture a divine masculine with this third party enemy, trickster, sexuality, whatever. And these that have been bumping heads and copycatting people are not happy. They're feeling ashamed. For sacrificing people, for sacrificing you, living a toxic lifestyle, easy lifestyle, while putting all this toxicity onto you over and over and over again. Backstab, betrayal. God is here with a firestorm of karma. And those who were reckless sex, loving, betraying, sacrificing, fucking people over, they're leaving the planet. Because they hated you. And even though they spoke words of love, this is a crazy ass psycho. Mr. Arrogant, God is fed up with Mr. Arrogant. Have it my way. Mr. Sorcerer, what the fuck ever, doing magic on everybody. You've eliminated the truth of it as you were sitting here. Those proposing to people and then abandoning them. You've illuminated the truth of it. And everybody can see what these ones have been using marriage contracts for. They're under pressure because the shady mask wearer is not who they say they are. They have been on other people's life path that they have done love spells on. And we are closing this cycle of people who get married and then get abandoned. While their emotions are siphoned by these people who don't do shit. True colors are seen. That you are faithful. You're faithful. Yeah. And that these people have been misusing or abusing their psychic gifts in order to spy on people who have spiritual gifts and to take their wisdom and their life path away from them so that they don't get competition. For the men. And then the women, they just wanted to, I guess, gain gifts that they didn't actually earn. Whatever. Men too. Whatever. I don't know. Everybody's story is different. So there's better days coming because you don't have any strings attached. You were abandoned. They did, in the end, they side hustled your energy. They prostituted your energy. Yep. So it's time to rebuild. Some Mr. No Strings or Miss No Strings is trying to prevent destruction, or maybe the fact that you don't have strings attached to these side hustlers is preventing destruction. For your family, for your life, for your future. They're in regret. They're feeling like a victim. You're a loved child of the divine. We've got catharsis. Somebody wants consolation. Because there's stagnation and instability. They're in debt. Because you understand your the things that have been causing you pain. They're stagnated. They're not leaving a legacy. They didn't learn anything. You're being provided relief from the stagnation, from the instability. You're being removed from this side hustling tribe. God's reclaiming you. King of Swords has mental clarity. He's an authority. He's very strong, very brave. Money is coming to you because of your stability here during this side hustle. We've got impatience. Side hustle from the arrogant, thoughtless individuals who thought all they had to do is siphon your energy and then build on your energy, your suffering energy. They thought that was the way to do it, that somehow a celestial was here to serve them in that way. And the thing about it is that was not how to... They abused the charity of the celestial family that came here to guide them. King of Cups is carrying an affectionate twin flame. He might be a twin flame. Strength. He's in a strong twin flame union. Very courageous. So you're battle worn, defensive. People are running. You got folks running. The imbalanced folks. The people who are not temperance angels, the people that are there, he was siphoning the energy out of everybody else, they're running. Those people who are not in temperance, who don't bring temperance, those people who cause imbalance, there's a positive change coming. A recovery of the wealth. And these people are getting blocked. Spam calls, text. It could be that computers in their own right are getting blocked. I heard that wherever this territory is that the magistrate is in, she's confiscating all of the electronics devices because they can't use them to get into the minds of the people and then use the temple housing spirit and soul as a bridge into the celestial chambers of council. This has got to go, and it is going. And apparently, people who try to hide their devices or stash them are going to get terminated. Positive change. AI is leaving the territory in all ways. The soul, the inner sun of the solar plexus of the rainbow covenant that God has given the celestial children is not a joke. And they nearly exterminated the Celestials by using this AI system against their mind and at their temples and their rainbow covenants, stepping in as copycats and assuming the identity, replacing them. So, this magistrate is taking things very, very seriously. This is the channel for the universe who selected this representative, and they are reviewing everything and then directing guiding. These AI people who have this do not have this communications with the celestial realms. And because they cannot hear it, and because you sit silently, they think that you're confused, or you don't know what you're talking about, or you just don't know what's going on. And it doesn't matter what these so-called intellectual people think. They are disconnected from Prime Creator and the universe, which has selected their chosen representatives here. You have a victory. Success. You're going to successfully block these computer things. You are victorious over the AI, what the fuck ever. They're no longer going to be siphoning the sun, the solar plexus power center, out of the celestial sons and souls, daughters of the celestial realms. They will not use us as a battery any longer. God said this is the end of their relationship with batteries. They are the new fodder for whatever it is that they have pledged themselves to, which is the AI system, the chipped system, the beast system. You are victorious over, and the magistrate is getting rid of all of these AI devices. We're going to go back to the original organic communications system. It doesn't have anything to do with the mind. It has to do with the soul, S-O-L, the inner sun, connecting to celestial. You receive your light communication here. It imbues your light body, and then whatever those guiding silent soul instructions are is what manifests through your physical form and out into the world. Celestial, guided by the upper dimensional realms, here to bring heaven to earth. These people cannot hack into it because it's a communication that they cannot understand. Even if they were to capture somebody's soul, their frequency would not allow them to understand the messaging or pick it up, decipher it. So your new job is to what? Reject those who ignored the calling, those who do not have self-awareness or celestial connection, those who are irresponsible. That you had to persevere through. You're rejecting those people who did their very best to bring towers to the celestial children and their upper dimensional family. You persevered through it, and now your job is to reject those who were irresponsible, who lack self-awareness, and who want to bring in the AI system, the beast system, into the celestial territory, housing the sons and the souls, sons and daughters of the celestials. Their mind and their lives are not a joke or a game to be played with. They nearly exterminated the family. Everything that is happening here, even though it seems firm, it's absolutely necessary. If you want to if you want the celestial humans, light-filled humans, to exist. Source connected, Prime Creator, universal energy. It cannot be used as a battery for those computer-operated systems. You're getting your energy back. The temple will be made healthy again. These people did their best to poison everybody and to then claim the soul, the harvest. the light, the batteries, and God said no. The pattern of entrapment and intentional driven failure was recognized, and the human being is not going to be written off like that. Just because some nasty jack, needless feeder thought that they were going to consume the sons and daughters of the celestial families and use them as a battery, use their energy to make war with the celestial upper dimensional family. Nope. God is here. Queen of heaven is free. The daughter is too. Sons and daughters all around. And this stuff is coming down. Final reset. Queen of Pentacles is here. Business oriented. Letting go. Free. Letting it go. These people who were pessimistic, who hated happiness, are defeated. They're happiness haters. They don't like high, happy energy. They need it suffering because they've dedicated themselves to those lower vibrational beings. They thought suffering, little children, was going to get them their heaven. They're sad. They're being criticized for what they have done here. You are being freed of that. They have no self-awareness, and all of that nastiness that they put into the mental body of the celestial sons and daughters is coming back on them. They're upset, obviously. They want to compromise. There's no compromise. They've driven people insane. Cracked open their heart chakra, their energy center, and then went up there and lived as a celestial while the true angel was down here being siphoned and tortured. There's no cooperation. There's no collaboration. There's no more anything. There's separation. God said, this is it. No more. They had their chance to live among divinity, and they tried to destroy divinity. They claimed they were conquerors of the sun, and the prime creator in the entirety of the universe is here right now saying, wrong. Your hard work is paying off. People can't sleep. They're replaying the events about you. They're like, oh, no. They can't sleep. They're replaying their manipulation of you. They know what they did. They're worried about what they did. They're not getting an invitation. They're not worthy of a love cup. Because of what they did here with the side hustle. How abusive they were to the golden energy that was here to fuel their existence. They wanted more, more, more. Gluttonous cowards. Oh, he pimped out his wife for centuries, lifetimes. The golden energy of a celestial god. Goddess, queen, king, emperor, whatever you want to call this, a queen of heaven, so I guess it would be the king of heaven. These guys pimped out the energy of royalty. Gluttonous cowards is what the Queen Mother calls them. She will announce herself and give herself a name at some point, I'm certain. Innocent. The innocent ones are being liberated. This is the end of the story of these innocent beings being treated as though they were a commodity, an animal. a battery. Innocence is being liberated. This is the end of the cycle for them. Those who were unproductive wasted their time. There's going to be a restoration of authority here in this space. 6,000 years is a long time to be raping and pillaging innocent purity. And they're going to be held accountable for what they have done here. We're getting a fresh start. And a recovery, a renewal for love and divine charity. The scales are being balanced. The people had been robbed of their life force, their light, their connection to source. They had been isolated and they were resilient. So because they're resilient, they're being reconciled. Amnesty. So human beings, we were set up and framed, man, with the food. Like, they were putting heinous things to make us appear as though we were eating each other. And they were harvesting our energy and then violating themselves, prostituting themselves, and then putting the energy back on us, trying to cast the magical illusion that it was us who was being a prostitute. It really crazy mind fuckery, you know? So, yeah. So you've got amnesty, reconciliation. You're being reconciled, humanity, because of the immaturity and the impulsiveness of this corruption. There's a homecoming for you. And a standstill of the sacrifice which had disempowered love. Love is back online, baby. And those who had confused people with the high priestess's gifts and wisdom are going to get justice. There's going to be justice. The law is coming down on them. They will not be moving forward. There is death and transformation here. We're getting new, mature leadership who will nurture those who were rejected. The mother is here. Fuck. So we're getting new masculines, leaderships, mature masculine foundation keepers, because of those people who were cold and had rejected the mother. There is a recovery and an acceptance of the mother. And those who had caused domestic unrest and turmoil within the territory, within marriages, within families, are being disconnected and leaving. And it's going to happen really quickly, very quickly. Those people who were unmotivated, they didn't learn anything. They're not the master, so they're going to be bound. Yeah, they're going to the realm that they serve. And you are getting a rejuvenation in your life of luxury. You know why? Because you share. So there's a rejuvenation, healing, renewal, life of luxury, comfort. You share, you're very generous, new ideas. People got great ideas. These others had blocked you and left you in scarcity, but that is now their reality. You're going to be collaborating with responsible people, responsible temperance angels. Yeah. That's good. Oh, let's get some of the new cards. Where's the new cards? Here's some new cards. So we got Six of Swords. There's a transition. You're leaving. You're getting better days coming because you don't have any strings. These people abandoned you. They didn't want to be with you. Prevention. This prevention. No strings. Prevention of no boundaries. So you're preventing, so there's a prevention of people that did not set boundaries. They didn't want any strings. They just wanted to tap that, tag that, and then draw off of that. So there's a prevention of the presence, I guess, of those people who didn't set any boundaries, who crossed your boundaries. What the hell? Why are these cards in there upside down? Hey, no, thank you, Rose of Sharon, but no, I don't do personal readings. Thank you for your inquiry, though. All right, now we're all in the upright. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back because I'm gonna do it all in the upright. Thank you. Alrighty then. Better days are coming. You're leaving the rain and entering the sun because somebody abandoned you. They didn't want you. They rejected you. And which prevented a tower for you because these people are in a tower. If they had partnered with you, well, they probably wouldn't have gotten into a tower, but they didn't. They shagged it and tagged it. And then they started drawing energy off it. They prostituted the energy. So, because they did that, you get to rebuild. You get to rebuild because you chose yourself. Yeah. They didn't want no strings. Now they're in regret. They're like, oh no. regret, feeling trapped. You're a beloved child of the divine. There's a stagnation for those who are bringing you instability. You're not having any anxiety. You're not comparing yourself to them. You're safe. You really don't care what these people are doing. You're calm. You're like, man, I'm calm. You're like, I don't want to deal with you people. King of Swords knows the truth. He's very strong. He's looking at your inner strength. He can see very, very plainly that you have mental clarity, that you're very strong. And these guys are after you for your abundance, for your energy. Somebody's impatient with the side hustle. These arrogant, thoughtless piece of poops. You're saying no. Yeah. Impatient with the side hustle. The energy side hustlers were saying no. No. And no is a complete sentence. There's nothing urgent here. These people, like, they need to feed. They need to be covered by your energy. But they're not you, and they can't prostitute your energy. And it's like, no, see all those? It's like urgent, urgent, urgent. They need the energy. No, they're not going to get the energy of a celestial being. We're done side hustling the sons and daughters of celestial upper dimensional beings. They're not the battery for these low vibrational entities any longer. We're saying no. In the recent past, King of Cups is in a twin flame union. It's a very strong union. Stop overthinking. Your brain is replaying that embarrassing moment from 2012. Let it go. So he could be stopping the overthinking. Like there might be all this crazy crap. And I was thinking about that earlier, you know, how sometimes we get this intrusive thought. And it's like, I like to think of my life as a river. And sometimes there'll be a damn stick. Somebody will throw a damn stick in my river, and I gotta go get that damn stick, and I gotta go throw it up out of the river onto the bank so that my doggo can go chew it up. Well, yeah. It's all these crazy sticks people try to put in your damn river. You gotta go get your dog to eat them. So, yeah, you're battle worn, but you're still there. You're like, hey, 9 of Wands, man, it's time to heal. You've got these people that were bringing imbalance into this, your mind, your life, whatever. They're running. But not everything is a crisis. It's like they're running. They're imbalanced. Whatever they did here to you, because you're very strong. When these people were messing with your mind, you're very, very strong. Very, very strong twin flame union. Your person here is stopping the flow of the mental stuff. So you're sharing a psychic connection. And these interferers with their nasty things are imbalanced. They can't stick it to you. They can't stick it to you. They're trying to run but you can't run from this. It'll follow you wherever you go. You're just going to have to learn how to bring balance to it. They're imagining things spiraling out of control. They're freaking out. They didn't get their energy they need. And whatever they tried to plant on you is being stopped by this king and going back on them. The imbalance is going back on them. They're trying to run away from it, and it isn't working. It's not working. It's being blocked victoriously. So those who are running these programs of nastiness in their mind are not able to project it onto you. All this urgent thought, all these urgent thoughts, these angry things coming in, trying to disrupt your... I was making ice cream, man. Homemade. It's going to be so good. I made blueberry and raspberry. I'm going to make some blueberry bread to go with it. Just you wait and see. But anyway, all this stuff, yeah, it's nasty and it doesn't belong with homemade ice cream. This is a side hustle. They're trying to get their shit to stick to you, and it just won't. The light is ahead. You're victorious. Even machines need to power down. Woo! 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 AI is going down. AI is going down. They're losing you, human light-filled solar plex rainbow covenant son. You're no longer their battery. They will no longer be fueling their AI system on the electricity that moves through your temple. The machines are going to power down. Anybody who attempts to hide machines in the territory will be terminated. That is a direct divine message. And I didn't even hear it from the divine. I heard it from the curator of human soul, their energy, complain about it. Woo! So you got a new job here. You're rejecting those irresponsible people, those who are irresponsible in their creation. They're these losers, man. You're rejecting these losers. The irresponsible losers are getting rejected. Those with a sense of entitlement, those who didn't do the work, those who caused you to do the work, you persevered. These people were wanting to take us out of the gate and scoop up our initiate reward, our soul, our identity, and then live life in the next chapter as though they were us. But you lived, you survived. You're victorious over this AI freaking fraudulent system where they got worms like AI freaking smart worms in the back of people's minds, man. The robots. Not even kidding. Spirit said there's like worms in the back of their minds. It's like the AI smart graphene, whatever, whatever. They're like AI worms or whatever. Running their mind. And they've been projecting that shit into our organic transmitter receiver communication system for some time. They got towers all over the place. That's how they keep themselves going. I don't think it's for streaming TV into your living room, to be quite honest. I think those towers are their communications system, these robots that have the inorganic worms in the back of their minds. They are inorganic beings that look organic, but there's some funky graphene self-replicating what the hell ever worm in their brain, and it's going to be shut off. Because you persevered and you're courageous and you moved through fear. And it's not your problem that they got themselves all bound up in this robot worm system. They can't go where you're going. They can't go where you're going. They got themselves all wound up in this robot worm system, man. They wanted you here, and they wanted to walk free here to take these worms up there, but no, they lost. They lost. The machines are going down. And you can care without carrying the burden for them. Queen of Pentacles is very grounded, and she's got letting go, loving you, free. So because you're moving on, we've got people, pessimistic people, happiness haters are defeated, and they are in melancholy over the criticism that they are undergoing. The Queen of Pentacles is free. The celestial daughter is free. The one that was here providing services and wealth and celestial wisdom is free. She's been emancipated. They cannot use her as a battery, and they cannot use any of this family as a battery. The Queen of Heaven has been free. It has been freed, emancipated, and the daughter has been proven innocent. All of the sons and daughters, humanity, have been proven innocent, and they're getting leniency. They will not be used as batteries by these robots, these covered in flesh, whatever. And they will not be using our genetics to grow more bodies, and they will not be using our ova or our seed to produce more bodies, biological bodies, or to do their genetic experimentation. We're hitting a pause button. Not everything needs a reaction. So pause. You are exactly where you belong. You are free. And these other pessimistic AI entities, they're upset because they've been defeated and they're being criticized. They thought that they were the most highly created creature, but it apparently that would be the celestial children and the adults who chose the path to become their own supply and to be happy. But these people hate happiness. So there's a pause, a great pause, and then a shift, right? I got this last night. There was going to be like, same with this, the machines are going to be powered down. There's going to be like the organic and the inorganic. There's going to be like a power down and then a restart. And wherever we find ourselves at the restart is where we're going to be. We're gonna be where we belong. And these people who entangled themselves, it's okay to care without carrying the weight of it. They ignored the calling, and they messed with everybody's head with this AI system, and they were driving people insane and then accusing them of being faulty organic organisms, and that was really messed up, man. I'll just tell you, that's real messed up. They want to compromise, but look, there's look, compromise. They want to compromise. They did not make any progress. They did not even make small progress. They didn't make progress at all. They just siphoned, consumed. They didn't even try, man. Your hard work is paying off, and they are losing sleep. This manipulator did not get an invitation. They're not worthy of a love cup because they've been consuming. They've been consuming and side hustling. They're so arrogant. They were side hustling their spouse's energy, any of their relationships' energy. Freaking arrogant. They didn't care. They were manipulating people. So they're not getting a love cup. They're not being invited to the territory of love. There's no love in them. They can speak the words and they can act for a little while, but then the malice comes and the pain. No, we're not buying that, man. We're not buying that with our celestial soul anymore. Our energy is too valuable for this kind of treatment. So we're saying no. We're saying no to the AI side hustle. And we're going organic. They did not even try. They can't even deny it. And the darkness doesn't last forever. Those who have been sucking the light out of celestial sons and souls, sons and daughters of the celestial realms, are going away. And so you will be receiving the fullness of the energy that you produce as a celestial son and soul. You are going to be feeling better because these people, look, these people who had been consuming you is temporary. It's at an end. It's over. You matter. Your presence and your energy changes everything. Your energy makes life possible here. Walk away from that. You're learning. People who want to pull you into drama, who want to gather your loosh, who want to draw you into their suffering, trap you in this. Yeah. Say no. You don't need this because damn, this is who you are. I mean, why would you want to invite all that nastiness into your world to cover you? To cover you. So that they could come in and side hustle you. No. Some battles are not worth winning. It's worth just walk away. Walk away. Peace is underrated. Yeah. And you know the wonderful thing about it is that in the land of a celestial, like the communication doesn't come here. This is typically just, well, I don't know, man, because celestial communication comes in the sensory way. And in the visual, I suppose you might get pictograph, you might get flashes of words, snippets of songs, but the silent communication comes in through the light body. So you don't want this to be in your light body because it'll screw up your communication system with the divine, right? So we got learning how to put the pieces together. And if they wanted to reply, they would. Let them go. Yeah. Because look, man. It's temporary. They didn't even make small progress. They didn't try at all, man. They just siphoned the inner light out of people's soul and called themselves gods, conquerors of the sun. While they used our essence to curse everyone. And our crown to prohibit us from communication. They gotta go. It's so bad. They were tapping into our heart chakra, getting a relationship, getting the ice pick, shattering our rainbow, our heart chakra, and then stepping in with some other person as our spiritual identity, putting us to sleep and then making us suffer here while they siphoned us. It's like, no, people are gonna be put back together, connected to their Holy Spirit and their proper guidance system, celestial, and we're going to move on. So you're moving on out of the rain into the sun. Your house is protected. Your temple is protected. They did not have any strings. They didn't want it. They abandoned you. So that prevented a tower for you because you chose yourself and you did the work. You did the work. They didn't want strings with you. You chose yourself and you did the work. And you're almost there. This is the central energy and this is the outgoing energy. You're almost there. Keep going. Sacred pause. Again, sacred pause. So this is in the central energy and in the environment. Sacred pause. You're being prepared. And there's some principalities out here who are quite upset about it. They're trying desperately, it seems, to push this stuff off. They're trying to run away from the mental imbalance. They can't get away from it. We got there in a Five of Cups, disappointment. Eight of Swords, feeling trapped by the beloved child, by a loved child. They were causing instability and stagnation too. You're not having any kind of anxiety. You know that you're safe, and you don't compare yourself to others. Look at them. They're like, they're freaking out. It's like, wait, you're supposed to be comparing yourself to me, and you're like, nah. The world's coming apart, and you're safe. Because you chose yourself and you did the work. You're not a low vibrational person. You're full of light. The quiet flame. Soft but steady, your inner fire is reshaping the world around you. And that is this thing here. You matter. Your quiet flame matters. You're necessary. Your energy, your celestial light it makes life possible here. And these people have been siphoning it. These AI systems have been siphoning that flame out of you. And they've been making people sick. They've been poisoning people hoping that they could get a harvest at the end of the season, at the end of the cycle. If they could prove that we were insufficient or deficient in some way, then they would be able to utilize us for a battery. But God said, nope. because they knew what they could do and what they couldn't do. They knew that if a person didn't care for themselves or whatever, that they would be a failure. So drug addicts, alcoholics, anger issues, thieves, brutalizer, whatever, And then they drove people, they got into the head, and then they drove people into like the mindset or the thought of anger, and then they would play with the energy of them, and then they would play with the same in another person with that, and then they would cause some freaking weird whacked out thing in somebody's life, and sometimes they go to prison. And it's just crazy the way that they were driving people into failure like that. It's so crazy. I heard somebody say, "What have you been doing to these people?" It's crazy. They're lunatics, man. What they've been doing here is so freaking heinous. It's pure lunacy, and they've been pushing it in on humanity as though this weird shit belongs to us, but it's not. They keep pushing it in on us as these their own thoughts, and then we're laying awake at night, and we got all this stuff going on in our head, and it doesn't even belong to us, man. The imbalance of it. So we've got here the King of Swords and the Twin Flames. They're holding that shit off. They've been feeding on us, and they're going to be they're going to be powered down, is what they're going to do, because the light was left on. Those who have the light left on in them, they didn't put your light out. You got victory. Your energy is coming back. Your energy is coming back. So those who were practicing something, somebody was practicing something, could be practicing this, well, Eight of Pentacles, self-employment, ambitious, whatever. Irresponsible. Those who had been working vigorously, irresponsibly, are being rejected. Those who have been doing magic on the minds of people. You persevered through the challenge, and it's not your problem. They're not, you don't want to go in there. They'll pull you in, and then you persevered through it. They might have had you trapped at one point, but it's not your problem now. You're walking away. You persevered through the challenge, and you're walking away. You're using courage. You can care without carrying. Yeah. You split to survive. Now you're ready to return to wholeness. Divine celestial union. With family. Those that you actually belong with. It did not have to be violent to be final. It's a velvet ending. So this is it. We got to pause. There's a reset where everything's being powered down and blocked. The AI system is leaving us. We're going to live in a territory that doesn't have this kind of stuff. You are not lost. You are becoming something more. We're going to be in alignment. So it's like our temple and our spirit, because it has our spirit in here. But the only time we really ever experience that, I think, for most of us, or who aren't aware anyway, is in dreamland, right? And a lot of people claim they don't dream, you know? They're completely separated from their spirit and their upper dimensional wisdom keeper. But that's all coming back. You are not lost. You are becoming something more. And cloud memory, not everything you remember is yours to carry. So remember this. These people were forcing their own personality traits into your receiver, your mental body. Now, this is they were programming people here, and celestial wisdom comes in here. But this was noisy, right? And it was so noisy, we could not sense. They were filling our minds with their own experience, their own personality traits. They were living vicariously through us by pushing their karmic ways into us while acting like they were this grand leader. And they're really shitty actors. They speak real well, though. They can talk some shit for sure, man. They can put on a tie and pretend that they have it all together, but they're just out here doing side hustling people's energy, filling their minds with stuff that doesn't belong to them. So they have no self-awareness, really. They ignored the calling. They just decided to F with everybody's mind and siphon their energy. They want to compromise, but they made no progress at all. Zero progress. Zero progress. And we've got the sacred shadows. You've unlocked the sacred shadows. Oh my God. You've unlocked the sacred shadows. The barriers have fallen. It could be that they are here to collect. Yeah, the sacred shadows are here to collect the side hustlers. God spoke, and God said they are the new fodder. So whoever they've been feeding light to, they are the new fodder. So that you've unlocked the barriers in the sacred shadows, and it looks to me like they're coming to get their reward or something. What they seek is now within reach. So they're coming to get these people who ignored the calling and did not turn their light on. The machines that are getting blocked, they're powering down. You're victorious. Your light is on. They couldn't put your light out. Your hard work paid off. And they are replaying events, thinking about you and the manipulation that they did. They're not getting an invitation to love. And the light is ahead. Darkness doesn't last forever. You're leaving the valley of the shadow of death. A new clarity rises within you, ready to guide your steps. And drifting realms, let go of the map. You're meant to float for now. Between worlds, open ending. Some magic lives in the unknown, and hearts are aligned. Miracles are unfolding naturally. You're about ready to enter the door of no return. Spirit is signaling. Oh man, okay. So the twin flames here in the recent past, King of Cups is with his twin. Very strong union, and silencing the mind or removing the memories that do not belong. That belonged to the principality. The personality of the principality that they've been driving into your receiver, your transmitter receiver. It's all those memories that don't belong to you that have been filling your head are being removed. You might actually be feeling a little more childlike, a little more loving. Yeah, because see, these things, the principality was pushing in their personality, and they wanted you to be seen as that, but these memories aren't yours. They've been pushing it through your receiver, hoping to get you be seen as the one with the worm in the brain. Because they're getting blocked. They wanted you to be seen as though you were insane so that they could take your place, gather your light, claim your fame. A portal is awakening for you. Your story is still being painted across the cosmos. Your soul map to lucid pathways that only you and the divine, or you and Source, Prime Creator, or your celestial wisdom keepers guiding you can read. Yeah, these ones, they can't read you. They can't read you. The ghost of you spoke the loudest. Living between the lines, what you did, these people were feeding on you, and you got to return here. You're coming home. You got an invitation. Because they buried you alive. They buried you alive. And then they traveled on your cosmic threads. Fucking around in the universe, wearing your energy, broadcasting pornography, enslaving everybody. Rat bastards. And now they're in a cave of echoes. The light keeper is here. So there could be these people are going to go backwards, or those people who went backwards, or those who were stagnated. There could be like a vanishing point. Or there could just be a vanishing point and you're going to travel the threads of gold. You're going back to the celestial kingdom. These people wanted your life. They wanted a ticket up into that world. They wanted to take war there is what they wanted to do, but God brought it here. So they're talking about the Energizer. These side hustlers they need energy. You're telling them no. They're desperate. They don't have the energy to make their magic work. Shit's gonna start falling apart for them. Literally, I mean, like land, business, everything. So yeah, we're in a sacred pause, and I heard this curator talking about something about August, and I watched a video, I posted it on my community tab, about Mexico had a 7.3 earthquake or something, and the fellow was saying that poses a serious threat for California coastline. There's a fault line on the California fault line, and there's some stuff that I posted about that too. So there could be an event on the coastline of California in August. They did not get the energy. There's some kind of a fault. There's some kind of a debt, and something's going to be happening. So you're leaving on because you were abandoned. They didn't want any strings attached with you, which prevents a tower for you. You chose yourself and you did the work. You're in a sacred pause. It's not punishment, it's preparation. Attacked. They might have attacked you in a sacred pause. They attacked you and you were in a sacred pause, choosing yourself. They're disappointed and feeling trapped because your quiet flame is reshaping the world around you. You're a beloved child of the divine. And the instability is, and stagnation is like you remained balanced during instability and stagnation. So, and you know that you're safe. You don't compare yourself to anybody else. Everybody else is freaking out during this instability. And you're just like, hey, peace, man. It's all cool. Yeah, I'm all right. Look at that thunder. I woke up yesterday morning and it was thundering outside. It was like brrr, really, really big thunder. Sounded like it was right out my window. It was wild. You're not comparing yourself to social media highlight reels like devils in an angel dress. Masks. You're safe. Masks. You don't compare yourself to people wearing masks. They're not real, man. They got fake. They got that blue bum cheeks or whatever, and they got big fake boobs. They got liposuction tummies. They got lip plumpers and what? They redo their chins. They redo that. That's completely fake. There's nothing real about it. It's a persona and a script, and nobody speaks freely. It's all on camera, and it has to be presented in such a way, and none of it's real, man. None of it's real. So you were, during the side hustle, you were able to patiently align, and you're saying no more to that. You're not dealing with that. Nope. You're not dealing with these people wearing masks that attacked you in the sacred space. Yeah, appreciation. You're very generous. The animals and the children love you, divine feminine. These people were messing with your head so bad, but you're very strong. Battle-worn, but you are there. These people are trying to run away from imbalance. Their head is like, it's all coming back on them. It's what they are. Or maybe you just making you move. Yeah, you're making you move. These people are running. Temperance is flipped in their mind because you're balanced. It's all flipping back on them. You're getting your energy back with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And these AI robotic machines or whatever the hell, they're getting powered down. You've got a victory over this. You're very determined to save the celestial sons and daughters, their souls, the inner, those beings who wear the sun on the inside and are connected to the upper dimensional spaces of the true celestial beings, the angelics, they couldn't drain your light. Angelic. Go. Armor. Your light is on. You're protected. You're protected by the light in you. And that's why these ones are desperate to tap in. They need to be covered by your light. Because if they're not, the sacred shadow is going to come and get them. The barriers have fallen. The sacred shadow is here to collect. The devils wearing our angels' robes. So those who did a lot of work that was very irresponsible, trying to harm people, you persevered through it, and they're not your problem. It's time for you to go back to your celestial family. You're very strong. Queen of Pentacles, letting go, loving you, moving on, free. And those who happiness haters are in defeat, and they are confused. There's a lot of confusion about this criticism, or maybe people are criticizing them for bringing confusion. Yeah. There's a pause here. You belong. It's like there's a sacred pause. You're between worlds. You're not lost. You're becoming something more. So it's like you're shifting, becoming something more. It's time you're merging back with your spirit self, your higher self, your twin flame. You're walking away from these ones who had you bound. You're free. They can't draw off of you anymore. You're protected. Strong protection. You're between worlds. And there's going to be a pause, like according to last night, it'll be and this right here, machines are being powered down. And then, yeah, so all of the machines are being powered down. These electronic devices are being confiscated. And I'm just telling you what I heard through the thing. Anybody, whoever, wherever this territory is, if anybody tries to hide the AI devices, there's going to be termination. It's not going to be taken lightly. They nearly exterminated the celestial family and the bloodline of the celestial king or God or whatever, Heavenly Father. And so it's like, he's not taking it seriously. And they want to blame a woman that they abandoned because she's a magistrate and she's up there. She's the universal channel. So she receives their decisions and then gives it. She's the divine guiding counselor that it's appointed channel, right? So anyway, we got some stuff happening here. Yeah, laid to rest. So those who ignored the calling and decided to mess up your head, they want to compromise, but they didn't make any progress at all. The sacred shadows are here. The door is unlocked. The barriers have fallen. These people are being laid to rest. Your hard work is paying off. You have grown and you're seeing results. The light is on. So they are worried, replaying events, thinking about you. They know that everything that they did to you has to be done to them now. God is very mad about this manipulation. They're not getting a love cup for how they side hustled the energy of love and light that was here to serve them and improve their life. They wanted more, more, more. And the one that they were given for them was not enough. They wanted more, more, more. Gluttonous cowards. They're, look, childlike in the reverse. They're not innocent. In the history, they put you to sleep. There could have been some kind of a sleeping spell, and then they religious whatever took over, and now it's over. They had a huge opinion, a shadow, about your love, about your life, about your happiness, about the caretakers' golden energy. They had an opinion about it. They didn't like you. They said you were stupid because you took a sacred pause before signing important documents. As a universal freaking channel, here to guide people, universally, celestially connected and in counsel, because you took a pause, they decided that you didn't know what you were doing and they needed to take control. They tortured the celestial one that was here as universal representative for this space. Well, I suppose, you know, this would be why I never ever thought of them as real men, because they're these machines. They got some kind of self-replicating, or they got a worm in their brain. And the only thing they know how to do is act and pretend. Yeah. We got financial growth. And it could be that there's a sacred pause. It could be that those who were attacking you are not getting financial growth, since it did come out in the reverse. There could be a sacred pause while those people who did not want strings with you, who abandoned you and tortured you, are being attacked. Their finances could be getting attacked. They're losing everything. They're in regret. They're feeling trapped, victimized. Quiet flame of the beloved child is reshaping the world. You're safe. This moment is okay. You stopped comparing yourself to these devils in a mask. It's all a script. It's all pretend. We got hidden from you. You're saying no to this side hustle and the trick. The trickster. You're saying no to the deceiver. You cut through the confusion. What they've been running into the minds of the people, these memories that you have, they're not even your own. They've been pushing in these memories with their Wi-Fi towers. They've been pushing memories, their own personality traits. It could be while you're sleeping. They're downloading their own personality traits, their own experiences into your mind. And they're going to get arrested for putting that shit into your mirror, into your reflection. They will be held responsible for everything that they've been putting into everybody else's mirrors. Those who called serious imbalances to the mental bodies of others are running. You're waiting. You're about ready to make your move. Number 11, number 83, which is also 11, which is 22. We could have two masters here working together. Level 22. You're getting your energy back. The AI that has been drawing off of you as a battery is being powered down. You've got a victory over the AI that tried to replace you. Your light is on and you are protected. The light in you is going to be protected. These entities that have been using you like a battery will no longer use you like a battery. Absolutely the F not. We're going back to the original organic communication system that the celestial body uses. It's very gentle. It does not hurt. It's through the light body, which then manifests the wisdom into the realm, bringing heaven to earth, right? We got a changing of the tides. You are protected. somebody's concerned you're not helping them, it's you don't have to carry their burden. What they did to themselves, the choices that they made are not your responsibility. It sucks, you know, when you think about it. If you really love somebody, you got to let them, they made their own choices, they wanted to, and there was nothing you could do about it. They side hustled you and your energy. And they didn't support you. They didn't want relationship. They just wanted the shag and tag and draw off the energy. So they're going to reap what they sowed. You're protected. God isn't going to help anybody who disrespected the queen. And they're not going to get up. They're not going to get up from this one. They ignored the calling. They effed up over you. They want to compromise, but they didn't even make small progress. They didn't even try. They made zero progress. They played in the sacred shadows. They served, according to what I heard earlier, they served the Satan. So everybody's getting transferred into Satan's realm, and they're upset because they're being laid to rest, and the door's unlocked. The barriers have fallen. They're coming to collect, and they're very upset. But I heard that there was nothing that could be done for them because it was who they served. So it's where they belong. So everybody's going to where they belong. Some people belong there, and some people belong here. It's just the way that it is. The white bull, masculine energy, power, dominance, fire, leadership, authority, rules, and strong command. Coming from the sacred shadows. The bull is laying people to rest. I don't know who the bull is. It could be a literal, isn't there a literal bull or whatever? I don't know. Apparently I was roasted in a bowl once, but I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Sacred shadows is coming to collect. Those who did not do the work, those who didn't even try. They're losing sleep. They're not innocent. In the history, they're not innocent. And they're not getting a love cup. Nobody's covering them in love. So they are what they are. They're not attached to anybody's light, anybody's love. They can't support themselves by hiding in somebody else's energy. Darkness does not last forever. The light is awakening. A new clarity rises within you, ready to guide your steps. So the light is awakening within a lot of folks, ready to guide their steps. They're coming online. They've been activated. So the sun is communicating, or the celestial is communicating with the light body, and we're getting the inner wisdom, the silent wisdom from the cosmos, from the universe. We've got big fortune, gold, the golden child, tea time. You don't have, so you have direct connection to source. Your purification practices are very good. You don't have any diluted attachments. And there, you've dispelled the illusion of these karmic bonds. So there had been a harvesting of the sacral energy during the different phases of the moon, and these people wanted to use your energy to do stuff in order to gain a gift, and God cares about that. You care about that. They were using your energy to gain gifts, and that's just not okay, man. Hope does not stop the karmic wheel from turning on that. Your resilience, the fact that you survived this heinous crime of this soul siphoning. Look, resilience is your superpower. You are in alignment. And no matter how badly these people abused you and your energetic celestial temple and its soul spirit contents and the bridge that they traveled until they nearly broke it, they cannot hide what you already know. They're getting exposed for what they have done to this magical cat, and they're going to court, and they're losing. You're about ready to leave. No honor among thieves. You're tapped into the universe. You balance your emotions. You're very emotionally balanced. And these people have burned the bridge to your light, to your heart, to your love. And they're in a storm. They're in a storm right now. The white bull is here to collect and is laying them to rest. The sacred shadow is here. You're a divine flower. Keep the vision. Coming into unexpected income. Well, everybody, I think that's probably pretty good. That seems pretty good. We're in the transition period, and it's like there's a pause and then a reset, for the organic and the inorganic beings. So I don't know how this split is gonna look. I don't know if we're gonna like wind up in some other dimensional space that looks the same, or if it'll be different. We're gonna be getting like new bodies. Those who have graduated and are moving, we're gonna get like refreshed, upgraded bodies, and the damage that these ones have done to us will be repaired. So they keep thinking, of course they think that if they use their transferring technique and move you somewhere else in the world, then they could do whatever they can do on the old-fashioned way, and that they can still maintain your presence and energy, and that just isn't going to happen. So that's it for this session, everybody. I am gonna go ahead and shut this off. I do hope you have a pleasant evening. Take care, everybody.